Let's go more in depth on these horrific reminders that ISIS continues to wage warfare and wreak havoc and terror around the world. To do so, let's call on my former colleague, New York Congressman Peter King, the Republican from Long Island, someone who has served capably as the chairman of the Homeland Security Committee. Now he is a senior member of that committee, obviously a senior member of the House. Pete, thanks for your time, and let's get your reaction to what President Obama called, quote, pure evil over the weekend. I am sorry, I'm not hearing Peter King. Do we have Peter at this point? We are going to reestablish contact with Congressman Peter King, who as the former chairman of the Homeland Security Committee and now as a member of the Select House Committee on Intelligence, obviously will have his reaction and some lessons, what we may glean, what intelligence we may glean from this particular video, where again, just mentioning a couple of minutes ago, the fact that those representing ISIS, some appeared on camera without their identities compromised, without any type of veil or mask, and they actually gave away some geographic descriptions of where they were. We've reestablished contact with my old congressional colleague, Congressman Pete King. Welcome to America's Forum.
JD, I thought you cut me off there. I was wondering, I don't know what I did to get you mad.
You never make me mad, my friend, just technical problems. And would that we had something more pleasant to discuss this morning than the beheading of another American. Pete,
Absolutely.
Your reaction to what the president described as pure evil.
Oh, it is. It is pure evil. It's diabolical. And I think that should prompt the president to realize that we have to do all we possibly can to destroy it. This is not something that can be done in a half-hearted way. We have to take every possible measure. We have to, if the president's going to do this, we have to be serious about it. And he has to convince allies that we're serious about it. I think one of the problems he has is after his on-again, off-again adventure last year with Syria, where he said he was going to go into it and then he didn't, that this is, it's hard for us to line up support over there. And it's also it's hard to get people on the ground to be willing to stand with us because they, quite frankly, don't know if they can trust us.
Pete, about 1:30 remains in this segment. Let's talk about the video. Apparently, some things are very different here. Jihadi John, the nickname we've given the British executioner, disclosed a location. There were some clear landmarkers and other ISIS fighters showing their identities. Is this foolhardy, brazen, arrogance? What your take on the different type of videotape from ISIS this time?
Yeah, I would say this is probably all of the above. These guys think they're invulnerable, and they want to send that message to their people. And the fact is that we do have very expert people on our side who will be examining this, will be looking at it, and they have given us, the enemy here has given us an advantage that they could be smart, but it's going to work against them.
And Pete, as you were making your assessment there, we're seeing some file images of previous videos. Something else going on here now. Some other nations say they've ID'd their citizens from this video. Do you know if our intelligence community has been able to positively ID any American showing up in that video as one of the fighters? About 30 seconds, Pete.
Yeah, and actually, I'm going back to Washington now. I'm on the Intelligence Committee. We'll be getting a briefing on that. I don't want to really be discussing anything until I find out, what we learned and what we can say about it, because you don't want to tip these guys off either. So, I can just assure you that our intelligence analysts are going through this, and if it's possible to find something, we will find it.
And Pete, we're going to ask you to hang in with us. We know you're en route back to D.C. On the other side of this break, more with Congressman Peter King about what's transpiring in the Middle East and what's about to happen in Washington. Stay tuned.